In a surprising turn of events, Sergio Perez has planned his revenge on Red Bull as he expects to make a decision on whether to return to Formula One in the next 6 months. And he has stated teams are lining up to sign the veteran. Could a villain arc be in the making for Perez? And which team could pick him up? The Mexican has been sidelined this season after agreeing to leave Red Bull at the end of 2024 after a poor year. Perez vanished from the spotlight following the split, but he made his first public appearance since then on Friday, speaking at the Feria de León festival in Guanajuato, Mexico, where he dropped a bombshell on his future. Answering questions on stage, Perez stated that he was relieved to be free of F1 duties for the time being and eager to enjoy life with his family. "I am very excited about what is coming this year," he stated during his appearance. "I am very calm, very happy. I am enjoying my children, my family, and my friends very much." But then Perez said at a press conference in León, Mexico, that he intended to take some months away from the spotlight to consider his future options. "My priority is to have fun, to try new things, and to spend time with my family," he said. When pressed on his racing plans, Perez stated that he would take a few months off before deciding on his next steps, which may or may not be in Formula One. "In the next 6 months, I will make a decision about my future and about the next steps of my career," according to him. "Will I return to F1? It is impossible to answer now. It's too early. Everything happened so quickly at the end of last season. I did not expect to leave the team." It is thought that, while Perez is content to focus on family life away from F1, he would want that his dismal 2024 and abrupt Red Bull leave not be the end of his F1 career. "The important thing is that I have never given up," Perez said. "Whenever something difficult happened in my career, better things came along. But it was because I never gave up. I never surrendered." However, even if Perez decides in the coming months that he wants to return to F1, his choices for a quick return appear to be restricted, given most drivers on the grid now have long-term contracts, so there aren't many vacancies. His chances are further hampered by the fact that none of the 4 current teams with unfilled cockpits in 2026 appear to be a very strong fit. However, he thinks there is a place for him on the grid, so where is it? A return to Red Bull as a potential successor for Liam Lawson is unlikely, and Racing Bulls have little reason to be interested in him if Yuki Tsunoda or Isaac Hadjar go. At Mercedes, neither George Russell nor Andrea Kimi Antonelli are assured beyond the end of the year, but even if one of them leaves, the team is unlikely to see Perez as its best choice. The only other option could be Alpine, which has Jack Doohan on a short-term contract. However, it is widely assumed that if Doohan fails to deliver and the team want to replace him, Franco Colapinto will be the choice, especially after he has been signed last week. All of this suggests that Perez has little possibility of finding anything open with the present squads. But he seems to know more than we do. So could it be that the new Cadillac squad may give a lifeline? It will be eager to gain experience if its entry for 2026 is confirmed, and Perez has the added advantage of having some significant sponsors behind him. By the time Perez decides on his future in 6 months, Cadillac will almost probably know whether its spot on the grid has been formally approved by both the FIA and FOM. The fact that those 2 timelines so closely match may not be a coincidence, and maybe that is the reason why Perez has been so easy and open about the sacking. Perhaps a year off is just what he needs. And now, after leaving Red Bull unexpectedly and against his expectations, and before allegedly joining Cadillac, Perez stated that he now hopes to be more involved in the lives of his young family after years of continuously worrying about the next race and title campaign. "My biggest motivation now is to take my children on a good path and be more present in their lives," he told me. "I am very excited to be with my family, because in F1, you only think about being a better driver, preparing yourself better. You don't have time for anything else." To that purpose, he will be on vacation shortly, and at the end of January, he will travel to Mexico to attend a soccer competition with his son, Sergio Perez Jr. My biggest motivation is that I have a football tournament with Checo, his son, in 3 weeks, and we are going to travel around Mexico, he told me. My biggest motivation is that we do well in his tournament, that I can enjoy it a lot with my son. Perez will have plenty of this to reflect on his career, and he'll surely stay in touch with multiple teams in the coming months. And according to his father, things will work out in a good way. As Sergio Perez's father, Antonio, has spoken after his departure from Red Bull, saying that very big things are coming for him in the future. Red Bull recently revealed that Sergio Perez will leave Red Bull after a poor 2024 season, with Liam Lawson scheduled to partner Max Verstappen in 2025. However, Perez has remained with Red Bull and plans to do show runs in 2025, stating that he will make a decision on his next steps in his career within the following 6 months. His father, Antonio, feels the Perez family is still in the Formula One paddock and is confident that the best version of his son has yet to be seen. It's going to be wonderful. He is the Mexican, the best-known Latin American in the world today, above footballers and celebrities. Because in those times, the media didn't touch a Senna, a Fangio. They would be more famous with so many championships won, Perez Sr. said. The best version of Checo Perez is yet to come. Everybody is going to be very happy and very proud. What Checo Perez did until the past was this. What is coming will be historic, I assure you. Very big things are coming for Perez. The only thing I tell you is that we Perez have not left Formula One. While there was public pressure on Perez to perform in 2024, he signed a contract extension with Red Bull before it was revealed that he would leave the club at the end of the year, with Lawson later announced as his replacement. Perez Sr. only spoke highly of Red Bull after his son's stint with the team, as the majority of his on-track success occurred with them, and his departure is a natural part of racing. We have to thank Red Bull a lot, remarked the father. The best years of Checo Perez's racing career were at Red Bull. You don't have to take this as a rivalry. This is the world of motorsport. You have to understand something about this to be clear. Formula One only has 20 seats. We are more than 7 billion people. Everyone is looking for a seat there. However, this will expand to 22 seats in 2026 with Cadillac joining the grid. And the Perez family seems pretty certain Sergio Perez will be able to drive in one of its seats. But what do you think? Will Perez be offered a seat by Cadillac? And will this provide him with the chance to let us see the best Sergio Perez in F1 yet? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.